Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are playing a new game which came out a couple of days back, or maybe a week or so ago, called Radio General. This is a game that allows you to command troops in the field in World War II from the safety of the command tent. You are, I don't know if you're really a general or something more like a major or a colonel, but essentially the concept of the game is you fight battles without actually seeing your troops. You get radio reports and you have a map, and basically you track your troops' movements on a map. You give them orders so that they achieve the objective, all while trying to effectively command troops, again, without seeing them. You can use your voice commands to issue commands through like your microphone on your computer, or you can click and drag and move units around in more of a pointy clicky way. We are into the third battle in the Sicily campaign. We are commanding Royal Canadian, Canadian troops. We have won the first two battles, the Battle of Piceno Airfield and the Battle of Valgurnas. In the last battle, we faced off against both German 88 anti-tank guns, and 88mm anti-tank guns, that is, and some panzers coming through a mountain pass. Yet we were able to successfully win that battle, despite some heavy casualties. In this battle, we're continuing the campaign in Sicily. It is the Battle of Minefields, and it is, I guess let's just read it here. A number of fortress towns must be captured. Linking these towns are windy, dusty roads littered with clear paths through minefields to enemy-held towns and, Linking these towns are windy, dusty roads littered with minefields. Use engineers to clear paths through the minefields to the enemy-held towns and pound the defenders into submission with artillery. So this looks like it'll be our first time using artillery, excluding like on-map naval gunfire support, which we've already used. But it'll be interesting to see. Actually, it'll be our first time using engineers as well. So Leonforte in Sicily. You can see here we get all the typical historical images and diagrams and all of that. Location: Central Sicily. Features 3 towns. Mount Asorno, centrally located, hilly, sunny agriculture. 3 settlements are located in the province of Ina in Sicily. Completely landlocked, the province relies on agriculture as its main source of industry. The terrain is hilly and sunny, Mount Asorno being a central landmark. So you can see here different photos of Canadian individuals. You can see Gunner J.R. Walsh operating the gun sight of a 25-pound gun of the 2nd Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery in Sicily in 1943. You've got some troops on the Universal Carrier. I always mix up the Bren Carrier with the Universal Carrier. Someone on a motorcycle. Looks like a WWII or Royal Canadian AMC sitting in a Jeep in Italy. And someone repairing a motorcycle. Canadian Orientation Films. All right, let's go ahead and watch the feature film before we start the battle. DR's Train for Action. Oh, crap. Sorry, clicked the wrong button.
When you see a dispatch rider of the Royal Canadian Army Service Corps riding his Harley-Davidson through a convoy as though born to the saddle, remember, he has achieved this effortless skill in a hard school. At a training center in Canada, he lived for weeks on a bike. Starting out with simple road work, he is soon engaged in the rugged pastime of cross-country riding. The Service Corps hell drivers would rather ride than eat. Dodging landmines is just a preliminary to the real thing soon to be encountered overseas. Yet, you have to have cast iron nerves to be a DR in the RCASC.
That's freaking nuts. Props for Harley Davidson, though. From my land of my birth, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, let's get started. Okay, our next objective are the fortified hill towns of Asuro, Lerenfort, and Nisura. I can't even pronounce. Asuro features an ancient castle sitting atop a 1,000-foot cliff. Leonfort is a medieval town perched on a high hillside overlooking the approaching roads. Expect fortifications to be formidable. We will require tanks to take the town, however, tank movement is restricted due to rough terrain. The area is also littered with minefields. Engineers can be used to clear mines from the roads. Have them move in front of your forces. Use your artillery to pound the defended towns whilst attacking with both infantry and tanks. Ooh, so this is going to be an interesting combined arms feat. We'll see how many of my men I get slaughtered. Leonfort is the main objective, however, it will be the most well defended. If it cannot be taken, instead take both Asuro and Nisuria. Remember, every objective has a human cost, and some are not worth pursuing. You do not need to achieve all objectives to win. Okay, so it doesn't tell me what I need to win, however, but it looks like Leonfort's worth 10, and then the other two towns are worth 5 each. There's no penalty for taking too many casualties, however. Good to know. Intel report, 200 to 400 light infantry. These troops are well trained and are the equal of ours. Do not underestimate them. Each town will be garrisoned. Enemies allowed to retreat back will augment the defense of the remaining towns, making it harder at the end. Both roads and surrounding areas are heavily mined. Move forward with your engineers to clear the minefields from the road. They will automatically start clearing them. Tanks move extremely slowly uphill and on rough terrain, so stick to the roads. The enemy is well entrenched. You will need to use combined arms to its utmost. Launch an artillery barrage whilst attacking head-on with tanks and flanking with infantry. Keep your artillery firing until the defender flee. Okay. Hey, Unthinkable 92. Alright, so we need to pick our troops. We need 1 engineer unit, and then we need infantry reinforcements, artillery, tanks, more infantry, and then reserves of infantry and more engineers. So, let's close this. We'll take a look here. I have not used engineers before, so we have 2 engineer units. They are both... well, I mean, one of them's bold, so these guys are bold, which makes them do, what, more damage? More damage than the trigger-happy soldiers. Their sight and attack range of the trigger-happy is longer, so they can engage from greater distance. Strength is the same. Morale is the same. Speed is faster, actually, for the bold ones. So we'll go with the bold ones up front. I think that makes sense. And then we'll go with the trigger-happy ones in reserve. In terms of our tanks, we have 2 armored units, the 3 Rivers tanks, but they're tired from their last battle, or the 40 Gary horse tanks. What the hell is the difference there? They're eager, so actually they have shorter range, though. They can only see 7/10 of a kilometer as opposed to 1.1. They do way more damage, though. Their defense is equal. Their speed is actually greater. I would rather the longer sight picture, but I don't really want to send in exhausted troops either. Okay, so we're going to go with our first infantry reserves are going to be our more experienced soldiers. I think we'll go with the aggressive unit here, the Hastings Prince Edward Infantry. Or maybe we go with the Highlanders. Which are better? So the Hastings has better damage. Both units are at full strength. Both units make the same speed. The Hastings have better morale at 104%. The 48th Highlanders are at 75%. That's enough to just make me choose the Hastings right away. Some of our other troops are still exhausted from their last battle, like the Royal Winnipeg Rifles. They're all exhausted and under strength. So we'll go with the Prince Edward Infantry here as our first infantry unit on the field. And then Royal Canadian Infantry Regiment is also a good one to go with, I think. So we'll put them in the reserves. Royal Canadian Artillery only have 1 to choose from, so we'll put them with the reinforcements. Then we need 1 more infantry unit here. Probably just go with the inexperienced West Nova Scotia. Sorry, not Scotta. Infantry, I'm guessing. I don't want to pick troops with low morale. all of these other infantry units don't have any experience. We'll go with the Zealous, or... We'll go with the higher damage. 179 morale! Wow! Yeah, we'll go with those guys. Okay, so that's the formation we're going to pull up. This is going to be our biggest battle by far. I hope I can manage it well. Hey, Harold. Glad to see you.
First Field Company engineers. Reporting in as call sign Able. We're at Papa. Need something built or blown up? Engineers got you covered.
Okay. By the way, apparently you can pick up your pipe. Let's smoke the pipe. Mmm. That's so weird. Like, why do I care about that? All right. Oh, also you can apparently, you know, do that. So everything's all hazy now from the smoke and the drink. Oh, God. All right. I hate that I can't, like... I can't really use the map the way they have it set up unless I hit play, because that's the only way to get the, like, top-down view. Alright, so let's pause for a second. The area is littered with hidden minefields. Minefields damage units moving through. Move engineers into a minefield to start clearing it. So we've got Able on the map already. I think what I'm going to do is, and by the way, these are, so the primary objective here is Leon Fort here in the south. You can see a topographical map, you know, the smaller, I don't know how to describe it, but this is a height, this is a valley, that kind of a thing. Sorno is the objective that is first along the roadway. You can see the road forks here, so we could move south directly to Leon Fort, but that's also the strongest enemy objective. However, if we attack Osoro, then that may drive the enemy back to Leon Fort. I'm thinking what we might actually do is we might actually drive along the northern road with our tanks to attack Osorio head-on through the heights. We'll then move some infantry along this area here that's a little bit lower, and then assault from the flank. And then what we'll do is we will drive north along this roadway, probably move our infantry directly to Nisseria, so we can take the two northern objectives first, and then drive south, and if we have time, take Leon Fort. That's what I'm assuming we will do. Now, first things first, we have Able on the map already. We have these other units that are coming on in the next couple of minutes. You can see the countdown timer here. 1 minute, I think, represents 1 hour in real world. But what I'm actually going to do first is I'm actually just going to pull the reserves onto the field.
HQ here, reserve engineers coming right up.
I don't think there's a cost to deploying reserves.
Royal Canadian engineers reporting for duty. We'll be George. We're at Papa. 2, we got shovels and we got mines. Ready for some dirty work.
All right. So we're going to move Able north along this roadway, and we'll just tell him to move to Lima 5. Able. Able. Did I not? Able. Move to Kilo 5.
Able here, moving the grid, Kilo 5.
I can't even see the other. That's George. George's engineers also, right? George, move to Lima 8.
George, all right. Heading to grid, Lima 8. Able here, all position engineers. We've entered a hostile minefield. We'll start clearing it, but it'll take a while, and we can't do it while fighting or moving.
Fox, move to November 4.
Fox here, November 4. It is.
So we're going to move Fox in behind.
Hey, Prince Edward Infantry, reporting in as the call sign. Baker, we're at Papa. 1, boots on the ground, win war.
Baker, move to Juliet 2.
George, all right, engineers, run out and start clearing this minefield.
All right, so they're back here. Baker, move to Juliet 2.
Baker, here. Roger,
So I'm going to move Baker through this low terrain here, north of Osorio, so they're in a position to flank.
Baker, here. Hey, guys, this car's blown off. This is a minefield. Able here. Clear the minefield. Awaiting order.
I'm confused. You're moving off the road. You're walking through a minefield off the road? Abel, move to Lima 5.
Able here. Headed to Lima 5.
Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're at Site 4.
You're using the damn road. I don't want you to do that. Baker, move to Kilo 2.
Royal Canadian Artillery, here.
Baker, move to Kilo 2.
Baker, here. Roger, moving to Kilo 2.
Charlie, fire barrage at India 4.
Charlie, here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at India 4.
All right, so we're going to order a barrage of Osorio to kind of soften them up. God damn it, Baker. Abel, move to Kilo 5.
Able here. Headed to Kilo 5. We can see infantry at Asoro. Charlie, here. I'm getting reports that did some real damage. Able here.
Charlie, fire barrage at location 3.
Charlie, here. Raining thunder down on India 5.
Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're at Lima 3. We're still in the damn minefield.
Baker, move to India 3.
Oh, wait for engineers to come clear this. Baker, here. Moving to Greg, India 3.
Fox, move to location 1.
Fox here. Stay frosty, everyone. Charlie, here. Forward of service report. That fire mission was successful.
George, move to Juliet 8.
George here. Juliet, hey, get in.
Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're at Lima 5. We're on route to Victoria.
All right, I'm going to move Fox a little bit off route here.
Hold on to that hotel. Spread out in advance.
Baker, report status.
Able here. Baker, here. We're at Lima 3. On our way to India 3. Yeah, Fox here. We captured Asoro.
Nice. Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're at Asoro. We're headed to Victoria. Got eyes on Alligator at Hotel 5. Heading west.
All right, so they drove Alligator back. Baker, move to India 2.
Baker, here. Headed to India 2.
Dog, move to location 3.
Metal.
Charlie, move to location 3.
Charlie here. Garrisoning Asoro.
All right, we're going to move the artillery into Osorio. That high ground should give him a better base of fire for the artillery. Abel, move to location 3.
Able here. Roger. Heading to Asoro.
Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're engaged at Echo 5.
Where the hell?
Have reports of enemy infantry at Leon Crossing.
Where the hell are they going? Baker, move to location. Actually, Baker, report status.
Charlie here. We're at Kilo 5. We're en route to Asoro.
Baker, report status. Baker, report status.
Charlie here. We've arrived at Asoro.
Fox, report status.
We're engaged at Echo 5. We're fighting there at Delta 6. Half the unit's been wiped out. We've got too many wounded. Fall back.
God damn it. George, report status.
George here. We're at Juliet 8.
George, move to Hotel 9.
George here. Hotel 9.
Baker, report status.
Baker here. Baker here. We're at Juliet 2. We suffered moderate casualties.
Baker, move to location 2.
We can go back the way we
Baker, move to location 1. God damn it. Baker, move to location 3.
Baker here.
Abel, report status.
Able here. We're at Asoro. We've taken minor casualties. We're here at Hotel 9.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Asoro.
Dog, move to Foxtrot 5.
Dog here. Foxtrot 5. It is.
Right, I need more reinforcements. I've got more infantry coming on in about 2 minutes.
Dog here. Baker here. This is too much. We're retreating out of the minefield.
Baker, move to Lima 5.
Baker here. I don't know what's happening.
God damn it. Well, I walked Baker into a minefield and they're lost. Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Foxtrot 5.
Fox, report status.
Dog here. We're at Dog 5. We're running close to half strength. Got a visual on Delta 5.
Charlie, fire barrage at Delta 5.
Charlie, roger. Dropping south on Alpha 5, 3.
3 barrages remain. Shit.
Baker, here. Everyone shut up and calm down. Sorry about that. We're at India, 2.
Baker, move to location 3.
Baker, here. We'll hold the Toro. Oh, yeah.
That is not where I told you to
Baker,
fire.
here. Hold on. This looks like a minefield. How shall we
God
proceed?
damn it. Baker, retreat.
Baker, here. Retrace your steps and get out of the minefield. Baker, here. We've rallied at India, 2.
Baker, move to India 5.
Baker, here. Consider the Toro to be ours.
Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're at Golf 5. We suffered moderate casualties.
Able, move to Charlie 5.
Able here. Roger. Moving to Charlie 5.
Dog, move to Delta. Dog, move to Delta 6.
Dog here.
Fox, move to Delta 6.
Fox here. All right. Heading to grid Delta 6.
All right, we're moving down this road. We've got infantry and tank support. Fox, report status.
Fox here. Take back after us. 5. And our support is 5. Able. Infantry. Company. Reporting in the call sign easy. We're at Papa. Able here. We sent the last of them package. Able here. We started clearing the minefield. I want to take infantry.
Dog, report status. Charlie, fire barrage at Charlie 6.
Somebody with their tails between their legs. Dog here. Identify. Column, hold up.
Easy, move to Golf 5.
Easy here, Golf 5. It is.
Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're at India. 4. On our way to the Toro. Casualties are piling up here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a direct hit.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're at. We cleared the minefield. Awaiting orders.
Dog, move to Delta 5.
Dog here. Moving to grid Delta 5.
Fox, move to Delta 5.
Dog here. Delta 5. It is. Dog here. We got it there. At Bravo 6. And we're heading right for them. Dog here.
Charlie, fire barrage at Bravo, or
Bravo 7.
cancel.
Dog here. Watch the fan out. Don't let them get a beat on you.
Charlie, fire barrage at Charlie 7.
Charlie here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Charlie 7-1.
George, move to Foxtrot 8.
George, all right. Heading to grid Foxtrot 8. And where that came from? We wanted Charlie here. We wiped out an entire infantry company.
Good job, boys. All right. Dog, move to location 1. Fox, move to location 1.
Fox here. Count on us, Captain Victoria.
All right, they're going to pivot north. Easy, report status.
Fox here. Spotted infantry at Victoria.
Charlie, fire barrage at location 1.
Charlie here. Rain thunder down on Charlie 2.
I think we eliminated that company. Easy, report status.
Easy here. You're at Golf 5.
Easy, move to location 2.
Easy here. Moving out to right for it. Charlie here. That was a hit. Keep those going here. Victoria is ours now.
Nice. Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're at Victoria. We're almost down to the last man. There's a
Fox, dig in.
slow our progress. Grab your doubles, boys. We're digging in. Easy here. Planting the flag at. They all crossing.
Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're at the Toro. We formed the perimeter on the outskirts of town and are firing on approaching infantry.
Baker, dig in.
Baker, here. Hostile coming right up.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Victoria.
Dog, move to location 2.
Dog here. We'll hold Leon Forte for ya. The body count is rising too fast. Requesting the retreat, sir.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're taking that Charlie 6. God damn it. It's like suicide.
Charlie fire barrage at Charlie 7.
Charlie, too many wounded. Fall back.
Shit. George, report status.
George, we're at Foxtrot. Hey,
George, move to location 2.
George, Roger, heading to Leon Fort.
Dog, report status.
North, we're engaging at Charlie 5. Easy at Leon Forte. We're firing upon Bear at Charlie 7. Everyone is still combat ready.
Easy, report status.
Easy here. We're at Delta 7. We're headed to Leon Forte.
Easy, dig in. Easy, dig in. Easy. Dig in.
Easy here. 18-4, you might save your life.
George, move to location 1.
George, Roger, garrisoning Historia.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Leon Forte.
Dog, move to location 1.
Dog here. Garrisoning Historia.
Alright, I'm trying to spread out a little bit. Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're at Toro. We need an aid station. There's too many wounded here.
Fox, report status.
Fox here. We're at Historia. We've suffered atrocious casualties.
God damn it. Easy, report status.
Easy here. We're at Leon Forte. We're still busy entrenching.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Charlie 4. Any more fighting and we'll be completely wiped out.
Able, move to location 2.
Able here. We'll hold Leon Forte for ya.
Alright, I'm trying to concentrate troops on location 2 and 1, and I'm hoping that Baker back here, which has been less badly engaged, although they have walked through a lot of minefields, can hold location 3 as well. Sorry, I know it's hard to chat with the audience while I'm playing a game that relies on voice command.
Able here. We're here at Leon Forte.
Able, dig in. Able, dig in.
Able here. You got it. We'll build the sturdiest fortifications you've ever seen.
Easy, report status.
Easy here. We're at Leon Forte.
Alright. George, report status.
George, we're at Historia.
Wait, they said Nosoria, right? George, dig in. George, dig in. George, dig in.
George, affirmative. Let's get these trench lines sorted out.
Alright, I don't know if there's any enemy troops left. We'll fast forward and see what happens. Hopefully we won the battle already. That would be great. Whoa.
Fortifications are done. Hope we're the lucky bastards who get to use them.
Alright.
George here. These fortifications should stop them dead in their tracks.
So I took very heavy casualties for a bunch of my infantry units, but I did assault each one of the towns and one in detail, I think. I think we wiped out 3 enemy infantry companies. I didn't see anything more than that. I do think that... I know that troops automatically move over roads on longer distances, but I think there's got to be a better way to move them off roads, because one of the problems I've noticed is that
The operation's nearly over.
by the time you get to your objective, like, you essentially have no room to maneuver because you'll follow the road right into the enemy. By that point, it doesn't seem like maneuvering under fire is very easy in this game. So I wish, you know, a waypoint system I think would be useful, so you could intentionally move units to the wide, to the flanks, and then you can have a more coordinated assault.
The enemy's all running.
I think my engineer units largely are
The
okay.
operation's over. All units sign up. More than half the units are casualties. Acre, here. Those ground replacements keep getting killed. Charlie, here. Artillery battery is still operational. Where's our next target? Dawn here. Took a few losses, but it could have been worse. Easy here. Satellite feeding. Nothing too serious. Fox here. That was too much for our unit. Requesting to be taken off the line. George, I, for one, am not too upset we didn't see much action.
By the way, guys, how was the audio? Because I'm trying to see here. It looks like it might have been making me impossible to hear. I hope that's not the case. I can turn it down if needed. 33% casualties. You know, given the way that my men were talking, you'd think I got more of them killed. We wiped out one enemy company, inflicted 75% casualties on Bear. Cheetah retreated with 31% casualties. Meanwhile, Able very badly beaten, severely under strength. Baker Company under strength. Charlie, Dog, Easy are all okay, but they're tired. Fox was severely under strength, and George was exhausted. So Fox is now the most experienced of our units here, with 3 chevrons, if you will. I think because of their huge casualties, 65%, I'm going to give them the award. I know Able lost more, but I'm going to give those experienced boys an extra little award on their name there. 500 total men deployed, 167 casualties, 33%, 80 KIA, 13 MIA, 74 wounded, 53,444 rounds expended. The enemy expended 64,417 rounds. They lost fewer KIA, actually, 61 KIA, 33 MIA, so more MIAs, 111 wounded versus 74 of our own. That was a rough battle there. A major victory. Outstanding. All objectives are achieved, and your troops will be written up for commendation. Woof. There's your casualty report for the Battle of Leonfort. You can see every individual who's a KIA down here, all of their individual names. I think it's trying to tell me you're a bit of a butcher there. Look at all of those. Also MIAs as well. By the way, Taylor, thanks for the follow. 6 Strings, also, thank you for the follow. Man, I really kill a lot of people, huh? Post telegram. Death from above. July 20th to the 25th. The Canadians were advancing northward from their victory at Valgurnia when they encountered heavy resistance due to the defensive positions of Mount Osoro. Mount Osoro is a Custa, a large hill with one steep slope and one gentle slope, which is absolutely ideal for defensive positioning. With a summit at roughly 900 meters, the Allied forces had to disrupt the German positions atop the mountain, as the enemy artillery was able to strike units over 6 kilometers away, making Allied movement futile during daylight. Nisoria played a supporting role, allowing supply lines to the German defenders as well as a defensive location to retreat to. Okay. You can see here Corporal Leonard Tupper of the Loyal Edmonton Regiment, who received the military medal for his actions near Leonfort. Someone repairing a universal carrier. Someone, I guess a correspondent typing something. Sicily battle comes to end after 38 days. So a newspaper write-up of the battle. And we'll get one more film that we can watch. The show goes on. The Garrison Theater plays host to an army show. Okay. God, I love these old-timey films.
Hurry, 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 folks. It's showtime in the old Garrison Theater tonight. The house is jammed. Standing room only is the order of the day because Johnny Canuck gets a kick out of shows put on by fellow Canadians. Isn't he a honey boy? Wherever our troops go, there you will find one of the various concert parties or the Canadian Army show. Each unit is self-contained and can go into full-dress operation 2 hours after fighting. Troops can forget the war as they hear the merry songs and watch the snappy routines of the dancers. The demand for entertainment increased. The first Canadian Army show was formed in Canada. Overseas, it operates as 5 units. A strictly military organization, the units represent the sections of a company. Every show is a parade to these servicemen and women. The troops consider them the best parades anyone could be privileged to attend.
These are kind of long.
This is one of the 5 units of the 1st Canadian Army show overseas. For the next 90 minutes, we want you to lean back and relax and laugh with us. And now we have Unit E.
For Canada, we march along as we sing a song of freedom. Everyone's a real fat fighter. In all the world there is none fighter. We unite to fight for liberty and victory on land and sea. There's a job that's got to be done, and we'll never give up. We won't. We'll never get our free. We'll never get our free. Girls, for that east. Now, I've just received
I'm really curious how long this is going to last.
They say we must amuse the boys and give with all our might. To me, this seems a little strange. I'm from the older school. But though I don't quite understand, we must obey the rules.
Cameraman really wanted to get a good shot of those legs right there. Oh my God, it's not over.
Still on parade, the cast must doff the grease paint and pack up. On every front, entertainment follows the Army. The modern military troopers are carrying on, in smashing style, the old tradition. The show must go on.
Yeah, probably. Okay, that was long. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today's episode and look at Radio General, a new game out in early access and available on Steam. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. We won the final battle in the the Sicilian campaign. In our next video, we'll be moving on to the invasion of Italy itself. But until next time, this is the Historical Gamer once again saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.